and welcome to Pretty Cherry Talk Time. I'm Tara.
And I'm Bryn.
Let's just wave our hands. I'm Tara.
And I'm Bryn.
So today we're going to be doing a review of Novelred cloth pads. The owner of Novelred is a really nice lady. Her name is Haley, and she sent us originally just these two pads to review in her curve style. These are topped in cotton and backed in microfleece. She uses a core of bamboo flannel, I believe, and this is her curve style. So you can see it's quite curved.
These are moderate.
Yes, and they're 7.5 inches long. They've got some nice little narrow wings. And when we did we didn't do a review of these.
No.
But we mentioned somewhere, like, what I wore this month or cloth pad stash, that they were a little bit flared for us. So she decided that she would send us these. These are her straight style, and they're backed in Winpro now. So we're going to give you our thoughts on both of them and tell you what we like best. But we got these little 7-inch liners, and this one's super cute. I wore this to movie theater. And we got these heavy pads. These are 8 inches, 9 inches?
Yeah, 8 inches. And this one is topped in cotton Sherpa.
This one's topped in crushed velveteen. And it's beautiful, it's shiny, and it's gorgeous. And these are also backed in Winpro. So let's start with the first pads we received. This probably you may knowing if you can see those. Here we go. So, as you can see, the flare is quite big. And when you snap it over, I really love what she's done. Because the wings do pull over quite a bit, you can see that. But it doesn't curl down because of the fact that the core, which she did here, it's really clever. The core is only right here, so it leaves that great space for you to be able to fold it over, so it doesn't leave a large...
It's not like bunchy or anything.
So I really, really like this pad. Yes, it is a little bit too flared. I think if I just didn't have that extra right there, it would be fine. But I love how trim it is because I love microfleece and I love how thin the wings are. And you really can't feel in your underwear except for the extra, a little bit of extra flare.
I kind of like flared pads, so I can't really feel this at all. Yeah, very comfortable.
I think that if I had this in a longer style, it'd be fine because it flares a little bit too quickly for me. If it was a little longer, I feel like it'd be fine. And I'm actually going to place an order for another pad with her soon once I get the money. So I really love that one, and I love this Van Gogh print it's in, as I'm a big Van Gogh fan, and it's in his iris. And Bryn has her in her arrows. So she sent us these because we said we liked straighter pads better. So I do like this little liner. I would prefer if this had microfleece in the back because I don't feel like liners really need Winpro. And it does make the wings a little bit thicker.
It's more of like a light that has like bamboo fleece, so it's not like a daily liner.
Bamboo cherry? I mean, sorry, bamboo flannel, sorry.
Yeah, something bamboo.
I think it's bamboo flannel. I could be wrong. So I feel like I would really love it if she offered some microfleece pads still because I really, really like microfleece. And I don't leak with it. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't. But if you had Winpro pads and microfleece pads, people could make their own decision. So I really do love this print, and I love the shape of it and the size of it. I know Bree said it was a little wide. I didn't think it was that wide. I thought it was fine.
It's only about 2.
Yeah, if you're going to use it as a liner, then it's a little bit wide, but I used it as light, so it wasn't wide at all. It was a little bit bunched up in my underwear, but I don't think it's a problem. And you can see the Winpro isn't really bunchy, it's very thin. And it is, when I washed it, they did get slightly fluffy. That's one thing about Winpro, because it's thicker, it does tend to fluff up.
Fluffy,
because microfleece, because it's so thin, even if it doesn't really make much of a difference because it's so thin. So I was going to compare the moderate and the light with the Winpro and with the microfleece. You can see the thickness. You can see they're very similar because Winpro does make pads a little bit thicker, so you got to bear that in mind. But I don't think it's a problem if you really want Winpro. So I do like these little liners, they're super cute, and you can see her stitching is really good. She has a wavy stitch and then a straight stitch down the core. She uses can snaps, and she uses a color coordinated snap. And it's white for liner, pink for moderate, and purple for heavy. I'm not sure what supers. So, any more comments on this one?
Yep. Very
They're cute.
comfortable. Very nice as a lighter pad.
So onto the heavy pads. I asked her about crushed velveteen, and just so I could tell you more about it, it's actually a polyester. It's really thin, so it's a wicking fabric. It's kind of like minky, but it's a lot cooler. So it doesn't have much of a pile. You can see it's a very
sleek velour-y.
So it's very breathable, not as warm. So that's what I know about it. So these pads, you talk about cotton Sherpa.
This is just made of cotton. It's kind of a fluffier material, kind of like a terry. There's like the little loops in it, but it's very soft. It's a little like fluffier, nice and warm for winter. So I really like that.
So it's compared to thickness, because cotton velveteen is very, very thin.
Yeah, Sherpa is a little thicker.
So pardon the staining on the white one. So you can see it's a little bit thicker, but it's not going to make your pad hugely thick. So let's start with yours, talking about how, fit and everything.
It fit very nicely, no bunching. And even though it's a little thicker, I like it. It's not too fluffy. It's very comfortable. I like the no flare. And yeah.
This one is very, very trim. It's not too wide. And the top stitching is really good. And she said it's kind of hard to sew with it, but she took her time with it because it's stretchy, and she really made it a beautiful pad. I love this print. It's not bunchy in the back with the wooden pro at all. I mean, slightly, but it's not like that. It looks more than it is. It's a good width. It holds in place. It holds a ton. They're very water resistant and water absorbent, or liquid absorbent. So I love Novelred. I think all in all, I really like the curve style better personally because of the micro fleece. It makes it thinner, and I really love the trimness of it with the micro fleece. So I'm hoping that my 9-inch with the curve style will be really nice, because I do like Winpro, but I think I like micro fleece better. But I really love her pads. They are so nice.
Yeah, I would definitely buy more.
So what would you recommend to people?
Well, if you like curve pads, I would recommend this. It's very comfortable, just a small curve. And these are very comfortable too, especially if you like straighter pads. They're great.
And she's coming up right as we speak with a smaller, narrower 7-inch liner pattern.
Yeah, because these aren't really like liners, more of light.
And one thing I really love about the curve style is the wings are so tiny.
Yeah, they're very thin.
You can see I love how tiny they are, and they don't like pull away the fabric. I really, really love
any
that.
extra bulk or anything.
So yes, that's our review of Novelred cloth pads. Oh my goodness, totally recommend them. So comfortable, and she's so nice. There's nothing bad about these pads at all. Just the fact that I like the curve style better. I mean, that's just like what I like better, but there's nothing at all wrong with these pads. They are so comfortable and really well made. Her prices are decent. I think they're a little high for like normal pads, but everyone's prices are different because she uses Winpro now, so it's gonna be a little pricier. No matter what the price is, you gotta get some Novelred. They're really awesome, and I know everyone is like buying Novelred like crazy because they're awesome, and everyone's like, I have to get Novelred. So if you have Novelred and you want to de-stash them, price them really high. So, Novelred is awesome. Really, really recommend you get from her. They're awesome for any shape, size woman. She makes great, huge super pads, tiny little liners, and they're just perfect for any woman of any size, shape, and age, or flow. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check out Haley's shop and purchase from her. Give her some business, and we will see you soon. Bye!